Hi everyone, this is Ganesh Dhonokar. Today we are going to learn the concept of composability and infrastructure in cloud. Now in the last clip itself we have gone through the architecture, how the stack is there about cloud, and we have seen in short description what is composability and infrastructure. Now in this clip we will try to elaborate this composability and infrastructure in much more detail. So now composability we have seen already, that is it is nothing but the collection of components. So the same thing had been stated at this place also, that is applications built in the cloud often have the property of being built from a collection of components. It means we don't have a single module with us, we have number of modules to which we call them the components, and from that components we have a service. So this specific feature we refer it as a composability. A composable system uses components to assemble services. All this collection of all the components, what exactly it does for us, it is used to assemble the services, because again the service which we are offering, it will not be only single service, there will be a flavor of services inside a single service, so that can be tailored for a specific purpose using standard parts. And here the components are of modular and stateless. So what exactly this modular and stateless is, that we'll try to understand. Modular, why do we need to have it as a modular? Because when it is not a modular, in that case it will be quite tough to maintain it, to replace it, to reuse it. So due to that reason we need to make our components modular. So this is the thing which has been said here, that is it is a self-contained and independent. It means a module, we can say a part of our service as in a module if it is self-contained. It means it is not dependable on the another one. It is working by its own, so that's why self-contained and independent. That is, it won't require anything with respect to the another service or the sub-service which we are talking about. So that is cooperative, reusable and replaceable. So if we have such type of a modularity, in that case it will be quite easy to us to replace, reuse and cooperate. Then another thing here is that it is a stateless. That is, now here the transaction is going to happen from customer to the cloud service. Now this transaction should be stateless. What do you mean by stateless here? It should not be dependable, the first transaction on the second on the third, like those. So the same thing has been said here, that is a transaction execute without regard to other transactions or request. It means we have such as transactions which are independent, which are not dependable on another transactions. Such type of thing should be there, and that is your stateless. Now the thing which has been said here, that is the cloud computing doesn't require hardware and software to be composable. It means it is not the case that this hardware is mandatory for this specific software. Like this, we can have any relevant hardware on which we can have our own software. So again it must be compatible, no issue at all in it, and it is highly desirable characteristic for the from the developers or the user standpoint, because it makes the system easier to implement. Now why? Because it may be the case that some of us may use some different system to access it, to access the service. In that case, it will be quite easy for the user's standpoint. So, and it will be also easy to implement and to find out the solution from portable and interoperable. So here portability will be higher. From this standpoint of IaaS, now here we are already aware that there are different services which are being offered by cloud service provider, and we have seen that there are mainly three types of it: IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. So here IaaS, if we are providing the service in terms of IaaS, what type of things we should taken into account as a composability, that has been stated in the next point. That is, from the standpoint of IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service, vendors such as Amazon Web Services. So these are the few examples of the companies who provides IaaS services, that is Amazon Web Services, GoGrid or Rackspace. It makes no sense to offer non-standard machine instances to the customer. Now here what has been said, that is these companies don't provide non-standard machine instances. Why? That has been stated because those customers are almost certainly deploying application built on standard operating system. So as only the infrastructure is going to be provided, the infrastructure, it means the machines. So that machine should be a standard machine, so that the customer should be able to deploy their platform as well as their application on cloud. So that's why we need to have such type of a standard machine. So non-standard machine should not be used in the IaaS. Then if we providing a service in terms of PaaS, that is platform as a service, in that case we need to focus on standard parts to the standard part that work on their own platforms. It means here the platform, because here we are going to in PaaS, platform as a service, we are going to provide both the things, that is infrastructure as well as the platform. So here the platform should be in such a way so that the service, or you may say the software which is going to be deployed by the customer, will work smoothly on that platform. So that's why it has been said here, that is there should be a platform which is an independent, and these are the name of companies who actually provides the PaaS as a service, that is Windows, Azure, then Google App Engine. These are the some of examples which provides the PaaS as a service. Then when we are dealing with respect to the SaaS, that is software as a service, in this composability will disappear, because everything is going to be provided by your cloud service provider, infrastructure, platform as well as the software which is required for the customer. So here there will not be any issue with respect to the composability. So that's why the composability issue from the user side will be disappeared at this place. So here SaaS vendors such as, these are the few examples, that is Quicken.com, Salesforce.com. These are the few companies who actually provide SaaS service. So is delivering an application. So what they are exactly offering to the customer, that is they are delivering an application as a service to the customer, and there is no particular benefit from the standpoint of the service provider that customer will be able to compose its own custom application. So here we need not to have our own custom applications, so that's why we need not to worry, or you may say the end user will not having any worry with respect to the composability, because all the stuffs will be provided by the cloud service provider. So this is all about the composability. Thank you very much.